Hey, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. Once again, your host, Derek Lane. Another edition of the Fast Lane podcast for success. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump into it, shall we? Hey, listen, thinking about your success and what it takes to success happen. Oftentimes, it depends upon your attitude, positivity, what's going on in your life in that regard. Sometimes we have to make changes. Sometimes we are creatures of habit. We do the same things over and over and over. And it's been said many, many times, it's the definition of insanity. But it really is true that we need to take a look at what we're doing the same things. We're not living like the people that we're modeling ourselves after. We're not doing the things that we're after. We need to take a hard look at who we are and decide that we want to make some changes. And change is not a natural part of our life. Change is hard. And especially when it comes to change of the mind and the way the things that you think, your perception of how the world is and how you're responding to that perception. So I would suggest to you the first thing, shifting your thinking from just getting by, shift to the way of living life. What would it look like enjoying life if you're doing things in your life that were all of the things that you would write out, that you map out, write down on a piece of paper, what am I doing and what do I want? What I want to do is A, B, and C. What I don't want to do, X, Y, Z. So our shifting the mindset to do the things that we want to do, but we have to have a clear and concise idea of what, and not just go, I'm just hoping for change. I'm just hoping for something to fall into my lap to be better. No, we work at it. That's what makes successful people successful. They work at the things they need to do to become successful. To develop a change in your life is to change the things develop a change in your life to change the things, and we have to change. And it doesn't have to be drastic. Sometimes it's just a little bit. Sometimes it is drastic. You're really stuck in getting where you think you need to be. Change your thought pattern. Change the creativity that's coming in. Make it more positive. Take a look at the things that you've done in your life that have been positive and dwell on that. What most people do is they the negative. What they replay it over and over in their mind. That's junk. Get that junk out of there. Get the junk out of it. You don't need a room for it when you talk about success. Success that's owed to you, that you owe it to yourself. As a matter of fact, adapt a what-if scenario. And by that I mean, what if? What if my life is going like I scripted? Well, what would change? What would make my life? Why would it be different? I guarantee it would be different. If you scripted your life in the scenario and the success path that you chose, things would be different. So you have to start thinking about the what-ifs. And I did. And then go out and make those changes. See how they feel. Sometimes changing our path and changing our mindset is like putting a new set of clothes, a new suit for the gals, a new dress that maybe thought, I'm not that person. Heck, I'm jeans and a t-shirt. Your success wish list puts you in a suit, or at very least, a blazer, nice pants, a blazer, what have you. But I'm just saying, envision yourself into a new role. Habits can be a forming device in your life, be a driving force toward, or they can be a bit defeating behaviors that keep you down based on habits, the things that you do day in. And I'm not just talking about the physical thing you do day in and day out. I'm talking about your mindset day in and day out, your creative thinking, your process, and who you listen to. Who in your life are your mentor, are your success guide? You need to define that. And if you've been listening to somebody for so long and nothing's really come about, bring in other success and discover a new way of thinking. It's worth it. It's worth listening to anyway. It's worth giving it a shot. Give yourself permission to change. Sometimes we say, I'll change, I'll do this, I'll make changes and write it down. And then we never really get to it. Our psyche sometimes keeps us from that. You have to give yourself permission to make changes in consider everyone else's as your consider yourself as your go-to person, right? Consider yourself as a go-to. I hope I made that clear. I think I kind of stumbled. But if you're a go-to person, that means you're active and positive. You're seeing things that a lot of people don't see. And that's why I remember that I had a boss manager come to me for advice on how his work could be better, how his his delivery and how he could more affect positive change. And, I quite simply told him, you need to open your mind up. Whatever it is that you do, make sure you learn it. If you're serious about making changes, make sure you learn it. Grab a book by a renowned author, a tape series, video, whatever it takes, recommendations. Consider other means of success. Just consider it. And then make a case for or against. It's up to you. Make yourself interesting to other people. You can't go wrong. You can't not in life when you make yourself interesting to other. And how do you do that? Well, it's not being, the hack, the person that's interesting for 2 minutes. But I'm talking about being interesting on a deep and profound level. It doesn't mean you need to bloviate about everything that you know. You don't need to be the person that just spews every bit of information that you've ever obtained in your life. It just means that you pay attention to people, you pay attention to their modality, and you react. And that's by being a person that listens, a person of knowledge, a person that cares. That's how you're interesting to. You start to align with people, you start to align with persons that desire to be, or the person that you want to be. Let me say that. You start to align yourself with the person. So understand that you've got a road ahead of you. It's a long road, but that's the beauty of it. We're all on a path. We're all changing things day in and day out. We're all making our lives better from the next day to the next day. You don't have to beat yourself up about who you were. You don't have to beat yourself up about the things you've done. You are just becoming the person that you want to be. It's kind of like the old, commercial, The Most Interesting Man in the World. We never really got to know that man, but you can be that man or woman, the most interesting person. And that's by creating the path, and that's by creating the mindset. That's by creating the desires and the functions that's capable within you. It's all up to you. You just have to make that decision. You just have to make the decision to say, that's me. I am this person. I'm the go-to guy. I'm the go-to gal. Whatever it is, you make a conscious effort to direct your life and shift your thinking. Again, shift it from getting by to living life, having fun with what you do, and quit viewing life as a struggle. Quit viewing life as just a stressed out mess. Have fun. Find a way to make with your life. If you don't, make some big changes. If you're having fun most of the time, just make some small changes. But just figure out a way to make fun with your life. Have fun, I should say, with your life and success. Find your bliss. Find your purpose. I can't tell you what it is. Each of us have a different purpose. Each of us have a bliss. That's why we surround ourselves with the people of interest. Birds of a feather. Stay away from the naysayers. Stay away from the people that crush dreams. It's not worth it. You can't change them. Hopefully they'll find change, or with the help of somebody that they look up to. If it's not in you, it's not in you. You don't need to save it. You need to walk with your head high, with a purposeful life, with a life of meaning, a life of happiness, sharing with people around you and the people that you love and support, and be a mentor and engage in your community. Well, listen, I hope this makes sense to you, that it's all about the shifting of your attitude. I hope that's where this message is being received. It's about living your life and making the betterment of you, the biggest purpose of you, and affecting positively the people around. So with that, if you like the message, send it to somebody that you like, let them know. Listen to the Fast Lane Podcast for Success, and we will talk and have another discussion about ways to make your life better, ways to have more success in your life. But share and like. You can email me, Derek@FastLanePodcast.com, Derek@FastLanePodcast.com. Send me an email. I'll get back with you. Promise. And with that, have a great start to your week. A great life, I should say. So, thank you very much for joining me. We will see you next week.